Hey there, and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're tuning in today because we're diving into a topic that feels like opening a secret door, something mysterious yet tantalizing. Today, we're unpacking the story and significance of Enoch, a figure who appears across so many religions and traditions, but always wrapped in mystery. Who exactly was Enoch? Was he merely a prophet, or something far more cosmic? A bridge between humans and divine knowledge? Let's explore. So, first off, who is Enoch? If you hear that name, you probably think of that short mention in the Hebrew Bible, right? The guy who walked with God and was taken to heaven without dying. That little phrase alone is packed with intrigue. I mean, most people in those early genealogies lived hundreds of years, but Enoch's ride straight to heaven without tasting death stands out. That's because it hints at something extraordinary. But Enoch's story really unfolds in texts outside the standard Bible. In the Book of Enoch, considered scripture in Ethiopian Orthodoxy, but apocryphal elsewhere, he's not just a man who walked with God. He becomes this cosmic traveler, someone who journeys through multiple heavens, gains secret revelations from angels, and sees the workings of both celestial realms and earthly corruption. What's fascinating here is how this text portrays him almost like a divine intermediary, a messenger who both understands and reveals cosmic secrets. Now, thinking about it from a wider religious lens, Enoch goes by different names. In Islam, he appears as Idris, also a prophet, elevated for his wisdom and mastery. Idris is sometimes connected with early writing and even alchemy, which is wild because it adds this angle of hidden knowledge or sacred science to Enoch's story. And then, in some esoteric traditions, you find Enoch linked with figures like Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus, those ancient gods of wisdom, writing, and magic. This blend across traditions hints that Enoch became a symbol of secret knowledge, or maybe even a source of it. This naturally raises the question, was Enoch just a man, or is he something more? I mean, if he appears in Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hermetic lore, and even secret traditions like the Freemasons and Rosicrucians, what does that say about him? Some suggest he is more like a cosmic Illuminati figure, someone who holds or guarded the hidden wisdom of the universe. What's striking is how some interpretations almost paint him as an ancient astronaut or a multi-dimensional being. The idea goes that his ascent to heaven was not just a spiritual event, but maybe an interdimensional shift, like he stepped through realities. The Book of Enoch talks about the Watchers, those angels who fell from grace and corrupted humanity by sharing forbidden knowledge, warfare, sorcery, and all sorts of dangerous arts. And Enoch, by contrast, is almost like the divine whistleblower, exposing their secrets and maintaining balance. Here's a thought I found really compelling. If Enoch gained all this celestial knowledge, who gave it to him? Who trusted him with such cosmic secrets? And why do those secrets still ripple through secret societies and spiritual lineages today? It's almost like Enoch's legacy never really faded. It's just hidden. Taking it further, some esoteric voices even suggest Enoch played an active role in steering human religious development. Not just a passive prophet, but a puppeteer of sorts, influencing belief systems and secret knowledge access. His teachings are said to be connected to the Illuminati and other mystical orders claiming descent from his wisdom. And since he was taken by God, or perhaps gone beyond earthly bounds, some speculate he still exists somewhere, watching, guiding, or influencing spiritual awakenings. Now, you might think about that for a second, the idea that a figure so ancient could still be active behind the scenes. That's wild and a bit unsettling, but it also expands how we think about spiritual history. So where does all this leave us? Enoch is genuinely a puzzle wrapped in enigma. He's prophet, cosmic messenger, divine sage, and maybe even a godlike presence. His stories cross religious borders and dig deep into mystery. I find it fascinating how his narrative challenges our usual categories. He's not easily boxed in. What stands out to me is how his knowledge was so guarded. Why suppress such wisdom? What threats did it pose? And in our current spiritual landscape, how much of Enoch's influence sneaks in unnoticed, through esoteric teachings, mystical movements, or even mystical literature? For me, Enoch embodies the tension between the known and the unknown, the human hunger for truth and the enigmatic silence that often surrounds it. His legacy invites us to look deeper, question more, and maybe even expand what we think is possible. So today, thinking about Enoch reminds me that some stories aren't just relics of the past, they're ongoing conversations between us and the cosmos. They invite wonder, mystery, and maybe even a little humility. Thanks for spending this time together exploring Enoch's cosmic enigma. It's been a fascinating journey, and I hope it sparked some thoughts for you too. Until next time, take care.